Hello and welcome back to this week's edition of the MHS Coaches Show. Ryan Lilly, I'm Eric Myers. So, Ryan, we finished up our winter sports last week with a basketball game. So tell us how that game went. You were on the call there.
Yeah, I mean, Potter's boys lost to Normal West in the regional championship. I mean, close game, 9 points at the end of the game. I mean, it was arguably closer than that. We played a really solid first half. I mean, felt honestly pretty good going into halftime. But it was a game that was kind of a tale of two halves, really a tale of three-pointers. Mm-hmm. In the first half, we were on fire. Gus Rugard drilling, I think, 4 3-pointers. We were just getting good looks. Shots were falling. Second half, credit to Normal West. They played better defense. They locked down our three-point line opportunities from Gus, from West, some of the other guys there. And then credit them. They not only played better defense, but they found the three-point range in that second half, and they were able to take that victory. They'll advance to play Sacred Heart Griffin tomorrow night, at least in terms of when we're filming this.
Yeah,
so
a tough game, right?
Be a very tough game for them. I mean, and obviously I know our guys would have liked to have faced that challenge, but I feel like it was a solid year. I think, you know, you wish a few things would have gone differently in that game or maybe in a couple of the late season Mid-Illini games. But at the end of the year, 22 wins, pretty successful season. That's against 11 losses. As I always say, not a math teacher, but that means they won 2/3 of their games. I think that's a pretty solid season.
Yeah, very much a solid season, so congrats to our Martin Potters. And we already have some postseason accolades coming, so I just want to say congrats to our second team Mid-Illini Conference selections, senior Tate Rowley, junior Gus Rugard, and sophomore Wes Gudeman. So hats off to them. But like you said, a tale of two halves right there, and congrats to our boys basketball team on a really great season.
Yeah, before we completely wrap up boys basketball, we've got some highlights from the season that we put together. So let's take a moment here and take a look at some boys basketball season highlights.
8.3 seconds here in the first quarter. Gus Rugard will pick it up and the clock will start. Rowley with it. Off to Gudeman. 3 from the top of the key for Wes is good! And what a close to the first quarter, Troy. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Newhoff trying to go coast to coast. Up and in! Brooks Newhoff finishes the first quarter end-to-end layup.
Yeah, what about great court awareness right there?
Gudeman left-hand dribble, cut off there, gets it to Rugard. Gus drives, cut off by Clark, gets it to Hurst, wrap around in, good.
Yeah, great shot by Ethan right there to go underneath the...
Evan Barlow 2-on-1 with Gus Rugard, drops it off to Gus, scoop shot and in. Reverse layup, Gus Rugard, very impressive.
Yeah, a lot of English on
Keep their guys on the court versus sitting on the bench in foul trouble.
Rowley defended by Coleman, backdoor to Hurst, and he scores.
Great pass right there. Saw Ethan coming down the lane real quick.
3 from Yarhouse here, and again, he's still struggling to get on track. That's Potter's chance to go the other way. Barlow coast to coast, and he scores.
Yeah, great job by Brooks Newhoff there.
Good. Evan Barlow with the rebound. Potters have a 3-on-1. Gudeman back to Barlow, off the glass and in. Nice passing, nice finish. Collins had it, lost it. Now it's Gus that finds it. Barlow in the corner. Over now to Gus. Tate Rowley with it. Wes Gudeman, 3 on the way. That one's good. Potter's largest lead of the night, 48-23.
Oh, there we can see some great job putting together those highlights, Coach. Again, hats off to our boys basketball team and best of luck to all our graduating seniors, and looking forward to next year already. So
yeah, absolutely. And again, you know, obviously graduate some great players. I mean, 4 seniors, and obviously really good efforts from all of them. But I'll tell you what, it's pretty exciting to have guys like Wes Gudeman, Gus Rugard coming back, and see Evan Barlow, seeing where this season could go.
Yeah, 2 of our top scorers will be right back in there, and 2 Mid-Illini Conference selections. So very much looking forward to that. So switching gears, girls basketball released some postseason awards last week as well. So congrats to first team Mid-Illini Conference selection senior Tatum Lamprecht, heading to ICC next year. So ICC will be getting a great basketball player in that. And then second team junior Addie Engel. So lots of good things for the Lady Potters there, bringing back a whole bunch of experience for next year. So best of luck to them too.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of just, again, repeat it. I mean, both basketball teams were honestly pretty young this year. So both teams had solid seasons. Maybe didn't go as far as they wanted in the postseason, but I think both Coach Becker and Coach Franks are probably excited about where their programs are headed. I mean, this summer will be huge for them, obviously, but if the development goes where it needs to go, I think we could see a couple different trophies coming back to Morton next year.
For sure, and keep that up right there. So switching gears, girls wrestling. So finally have a Morton Girls State finisher, placer, 5th place overall to Karen Cantrola. So great job right there on the IHSA Girls State Wrestling Meet. Karen Cantrola, 5th place. First time it's ever happened for Morton, so congrats to coaches and Karen on that. Great place at IHSA State.
Yeah, and I know Coach Henderson, I saw him yesterday. I mean, he was really excited about, obviously, the two boys placers we talked about last week, and then Karen this week. So, I mean, really a solid overall season for wrestling.
Yeah, and speaking of solid overall seasons, it took us a little bit to track this down, but out of the, I think it was 450 plus IHSA state chess teams. That's a hard thing to say really quickly. Morton High School finished 77th place, so great individual efforts there, but a great effort as a team to finish in the top 100 of a highly competitive chess IHSA state.
Yeah, and again, they were really pleased. They felt like it was a good season, and I mean, kind of repeat ourselves, we talked about with basketball, but I mean, it's true in the chess team as well. A lot of younger kids involved in that, so maybe that 77th is you know, top 20 next year.
Yeah, we see a lot of kids around here playing on chess on their iPads as they go through the hallways and stuff. So maybe that's building up a program right there. So that's going to do it for winter sports for us. So what's next on the horizon for us?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, winter sports season here at Morton High School has wrapped up. Spring sports, I mean, everybody started this week, or even last week if you were track. So a lot of tryouts going on as we're filming this for us in baseball, for soccer, softball, like boys tennis. I mean, all these sports. Like, so what we want to do is in the next couple weeks, get a chance to talk a little bit maybe with some of those coaches, maybe some of those players, get a chance to, I don't necessarily want to, I mean, it may not be a preview because the season may have started by the time we get to some of them, but at least kind of give you a chance to know who's involved and kind of what the schedules are looking like for those teams, because the spring, if the weather is nice, spring sports, I think, are oftentimes the best ones to go out to sit at a softball game, sit at a baseball game, something like that, just kind of lay back, enjoy a beautiful spring day and watch the kids compete.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love spring? And we might be a little biased. We do like baseball, you know, a lot. But, so those are good things. And I also promise we don't have a pitch clock in high school baseball, so there's going to be no games that end in a tie because of a pitch clock error. So, for Ryan Lindley, I'm Eric Myers, and until next week, Clay Nation.